We continue our journey through the great Kazakh steppe. Our two film crews have traveled about 15,000 kilometers each. Both Anton and Joly do not intend to stop. In the last episode, Anton told us about the great mountains of Uli town. And the second group, along with Joly, reached the mausoleum of Domala Khan. Today we will be traveling to one of the most beautiful reserves of the country, Aksu Zhabagly. And so we begin. Stay with us. The nature of southern Kazakhstan is truly beautiful. This region is located in the heart of Central Asia. The landscape here is the most diverse. The desert of Bedpak Dala stretches in the north. The mountains of the western Tian Shan are located in the east and southeast. The highest point of this area is Sairam Peak, which is 4,238 meters high. There are many rivers here and picturesque lakes that you can fall in love with at first sight. If you've been here once, you will want to come back over and over. In summer, the temperature sometimes rises to 50 degrees Celsius. If for a man it may seem like an endurance test, then for its smaller inhabitants, such as jerboas, turtles, lizards, snakes, spiders and scorpions, this is a real paradise. Best of all, according to experienced travelers, you need to come here in May, when the steppes are covered with a bright, multicolored carpet. Poppies, tulips, tenderloins and emerald green. These landscapes look infinite, but bear in mind that in summer many reptiles and insects can be dangerous. Our next destination is Aksu Zhabagly Reserve. Follow our exciting social networking trip with the hashtag across the Kazakh land. You will find a lot of interesting news. Leave your comments and share your stories and impressions. Our film crew finally got to their destination. Aksu Zhabagly is located 90 kilometers from the city of Shymkent. Travel time is 1.5 hours. Aksu Zhabagly is one of the oldest and largest national parks in Central Asia. It is located in the mountains of the Talas Alatau in the western Tian Shan. The total area of the reserve is 131,934 hectares. You can get to the reserve from Shymkent by a regular route taxi. The fare is no more than 500 tenge. There is a train from Almaty every night. You need to get to the Tulki bus station and take a taxi from there to the nature park. The reserve was opened in 1926. Note, this is the first natural park in Central Asia. It got its name due to the fact that it is located between two rivers, Aksu and Zhabagly. Turbulent rivers flow through deep picturesque gorges. The nature park was created to preserve these two rivers. Rare plants grow here. The flora includes 1,737 species, including 235 species of fungi, 64 species of lichens, and 1,312 species of higher plants. One of them is the great tulip, which also is the emblem of the natural park. Its peculiarity is in the size of crimson red petals. They can reach 15 centimeters. The park is also rich in medicinal plants. There are more than 200 of them here. Among them, there are the main medicinal herbs like ephedra horsetail, St. John's wort, yarrow, sea buckthorn and others. The fauna is also very diverse. The main inhabitants of the park are feathered. There are 267 species of them. Of these, 11 are red-listed. Crake and white-winged woodpecker are on the verge of extinction, so scientists are closely guarding these species. Another rare inhabitant of the reserve is the legless yellow lizard. It is also listed in the Red Book. Argali, goat, roe deer, deer, wild boar, bear, fox, hare, porcupine live here too. They say that the snow leopards live here too. However, it is very rare and is also on the verge of extinction. hunting these animals is strictly prohibited. Don't forget about our competition. Take a photo from your trips in Kazakhstan, share it in the social media with the hashtag across the Kazakh land and get a chance of winning a prize. Try your luck. The river Aksu in the canyon attracts great interest among tourists and scientists. It is distinguished by steep shores with a depth of 500 meters. The distance between the upper edges of the canyon is 700 to 800 meters. Getting through thick bushes is impossible. Extreme hikers are attracted to the canyon to test their skills. Experts are interested in rare herbs and flowers. But most often people come here to admire the mountain landscape. The highest peak of the reserve is the peak Sayram, 4,238 meters. People also call it Aksu Zhabagly. Its shape resembles a breathless camel, hence the name, which means a white dead camel. There is a powerful glacial ridge, Bugulu Tor, in the central part of the park. Its height is 3,926 meters above sea level. In total, the territory has about 114 glaciers. There are 27 small lakes here. All of them are located at the altitude of 3,500 meters. There is snow here all year round. Of course, we would like to go to the top of at least one of them, but alas, our team is not at all ready for such a test. Aksu Zhabagly Reserve was famous throughout the Soviet Union, not only for its natural beauty, but for some legends. Years ago, a journalist wrote that he saw a snowman here. A scientific expedition was sent here. Photo traps were installed throughout the territory. The mythical creature was never seen or found, but scientists received several shots of the snow leopard. In 2016, this park, together with the Sayram-Ugam National Park and Karatau Reserve, was included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. And this many times increased the number of foreign tourists. Getting to the natural resort is not difficult. To do this, from Shymkent you need to get to the village of Zhabagly in Tulkubas district. By the way, there are good hotels and recreation areas. And if you plan to stay here for a long time, we recommend that you hire a tour guide and have a reliable car and learn the routes in detail. Call the tourist office and make the necessary reservations in advance.
Туркестанская область на самом деле очень славится историческими и также природными достопримечательностями.
Turkestan region is famous for its historical and natural sites, especially the attractions located along the Silk Road, like Otura, Aristan Bab, the Koja Ahmet Yasavi Mausoleum. In addition, there are natural sites. Sayram-Ugam National Park. We also visited a beautiful reserve, which is part of the UNESCO, Aksu Zhabagly. We also have another destination to see, that is the Karatau Mountains.
Помимо этого у нас есть еще один прекрасный природный объект, это Каратауские горы.
Karatau Mountains have long been known as one of the unique regions of Kazakhstan because of the rich vegetation. Surprisingly, the ancient Mediterranean landscape is represented here. There are peculiar natural ecosystems. Argali live here in the mountains of Karatau. Every year, scientists calculate their population and create all the conditions for natural reproduction. Scientists aim to restore the population size in every way. At least 3 species of rare mammals listed in the Red Book of Kazakhstan inhabit the territory of the Karatau Reserve. These are Karatau argali, Indian porcupine and stone marten. There are 118 bird species here, 12 of them including white stork, black stork, snake eagle, eagle dwarf, steppe eagle and golden eagle, bearded vulture and vulture, balaban, belladonna, jack and owl are red listed. 1,600 species of various plants grow here too. Many of them have not been truly studied by scientists. Every year, they come here from all over the world to do their research. The main manor of the Karatau Reserve is located in the city of Kantau. The distance from Kantau to Turkestan is 40 kilometers. Travel time 40 minutes. You can get here by taxi or bus. We return to the Aksu Zhabagly Reserve. If you come here, you must first make a stop at the visitor's center. Here you will receive a pass, you will be provided a guide. The entrance fee is 1,050 tenge per day for foreign tourists and 150 for citizens of Kazakhstan. One of the most interesting tourist routes is the path to the Kshikaindi Gorge. This is the shortest route, but it will bring you plenty of impressions. You can find giant red tulips like Greg's and Kaufman tulips on the territory of more than 7 kilometers. Excursions are available along the Zhabagly River. Its main attraction is a waterfall with multi-stage cascades. The uppermost corner ends with the Kshikaindi Pass. The height here is almost 2,975 meters above sea level. Well, after a steep crossing through the tract, you will get to the alpine lawns, and the magnificent peak Bugulu Tur is the highest point. From here you can see an amazing panorama of the valley of the Aksu River. On one side you can see the yellow Zhabagly River, and on the other side there are the snowy peaks. A whole grove of orchard grows near the road, saturating the air with its aroma. Follow our fascinating journey in the social media with a hashtag across the Kazakh land. Do not miss a thing. Today in the reserve is active state work on the tourism program. Almost the entire reserve is open for visitors except strictly protected ecological zones. Every day, scientists and researchers from different areas work in the park who carefully monitor the region's flora and fauna. Employees have developed several types of excursions. Ecological, for lovers of flora and fauna, there are tours for children and school children. The tours show in a fascinating and accessible way the whole nature of the reserve. Some hikes can last several days. Transport is not available here, so horses are the main means of transportation. During this time, tourists have the opportunity to enjoy the natural landscapes, explore animals and birds. The tourist season starts in April and ends in late October. Spring is rainy here, so choose your travel time wisely. The central place in the Aksu Zhabagly Reserve is the Aksu Canyon, about 1,800 meters deep. The Aksu Canyon is a paleontological site with ancient rock paintings. You can find them in a unique tract of Kazbulak. It can be seen a few kilometers away. The pit is surrounded by snowy peaks. Stones covered with iron manganese crust are scattered around the trench. These petroglyphs are unique in their own way. In addition to drawings of traditional mountain animals like goats, deer, argali, there are camels and turtles. Also, there are images of riders on horseback, hunters with a bow or spear. There are also battle scenes and dances, various rituals. Here is a whole gallery. Who knows how old these petroglyphs are? Most scientists attribute them to the Bronze Age and to the Saka period. The reserve also has a paleontology zone. The remains of Upper Jurassic era animals, including the skeleton of a flying lizard and fragments of a large dinosaur, were found here. And archaeologists have found prints of more than 60 species of plants, 100 species of insects, as well as turtles, crustaceans, halide fish and mollusks.
Когда попадаешь, допустим, там Aksu Zhabagly.
When you get to Aksu Zhabagly, Sayramsu, you will find the diversity of the landscapes. Here you will see even more diverse plant and animal worlds. The reserve has a rather large flora and fauna near Aksu Zhabagly and Sayramsu.
Вот у Aksu Zhabagly и Sayramsu.
This is a picturesque gorge on the slope of the western Tian Shan. Sayramsu is located 50 kilometers from Shymkent. The trails are available only for hiking, but there are many resorts. The price per night will be about 8,000 tenge. If you are going to come here in spring or autumn, then you will be lucky enough to visit the pastures of Argali. You will see countless animals in these seasons. The main goal of the reserve is not only to protect the animal world, but also to promote the environmental awareness of the population. The museum at the reserve often hosts lectures, organizes screenings of films about nature, and meetings with tourists. Aksu Zhabagly Reserve is the ancient center. Today it is a major geosystem that maintains and controls the ecological balance in the Kazakhstani part of the western Tian Shan. For more updates, and in case you missed an episode, you can catch up in the social media with a hashtag across the Kazakhland.
Хочу отметить, что даже порадоваться тому, что с каждым годом.
I want to note, with every year, Turkestan region attracts more and more tourists. And the flow of foreign tourists is growing too.
Именно иностранных туристов растет. В этом году больше всего приезжали из Европы, США.
This year we received most of our tourists from Europe, the United States, from the neighboring countries. They are interested in the UNESCO sites, Mausoleum of Ahmet Yasawi, Aksu Zhabagly Reserve. They are interested in our history, culture. We are building ethnic villages for tourists.
У нас здесь сейчас этноулы, которые строятся.
Kazakhstan has a rather distinctive culture, a rich historical past. Therefore, ethnotourism today is at the peak of popularity. In every corner of our vast country, every tourist who is interested in traditions, rituals will find something interesting for themselves. The most popular ethnic parks are in Almaty, Kokshetau, Karaganda and Mangistan regions. Another tourist destination that is growing in popularity is water tourism. Kazakhstan is not only a country of steppes and deserts, it is also a country of rivers and lakes. A large number of reservoirs is concentrated, of course, in the southeast of the country, namely in the region with a symbolic name Zhetisu. The most popular rivers are Ili, Sharin, Karatal and Shilik. Today, one of the most extreme water sports, rafting, is gaining momentum.
Dear
viewers, do not forget about our photo contest. Repeat one of your photographs. Take a picture in front of the Aksu Canyon and share it in the social media with a hashtag across the Kazakhland and get a chance of winning a prize. Southern Kazakhstan is the territory where numerous historical and cultural monuments of the country are concentrated. It is here that there is a large number of ancient settlements, unique mausoleums and sites of religious significance. For many centuries, caravan routes from China to Europe and the Middle East passed through these lands. These routes went through the cities of Shymkent, Taraz and Sayram. Tourists flock to Turkestan, Saran, or Tarar and Sayram. These are amazing monuments that have survived to our times. Many are destroyed, but they still keep a huge history, and archaeological excavations prove this every time. Environmental tours are also gaining popularity. Most tourists come to practice extreme sports, and such tourism thrives all year round. Our nature is amazingly beautiful at all times. Health tourism is another growing trend. The most popular health resort in southern Kazakhstan is Sarıagaş. It is here that thousands of people from neighboring countries come to improve their health. Since the beginning of 2017, 128,000 foreign tourists have visited Kazakhstan. International events like the International Specialized Exhibition Astana Expo 2017, Asian Games 2011, Universiade 2016 have helped to boost the inflow of foreign tourists.
Информации о Казахстане, о природе очень мало. Именно если развивать туризм...
There is little information about Kazakhstan's nature. If we want to develop tourism, we must make the information more available and accessible. We will soon see the improvement. Kazakh tourism is set to boost tourism. I would like to see an increased amount of expeditions, tours and group tours.
Пошло узнавание, пошло желание у людей. Я не знаю, как за рубежом, но
I have a feeling more and more people are learning about our country. I see the rise of domestic tourism. I can tell by my subscribers. People are shocked when I post photos and show them some parts of Kazakhstan. They don't believe it's Kazakhstan, so they inquire information, wanting to visit these places. This makes me realize that people just don't have enough information. Tourism is not just a journey from one point to another. It also includes a number of aspects. Over the past decades, it has become a powerful independent industry. According to the World Tourism Organization, it is tourism that brings 10% of the turnover of the production and service market of the planet. All sorts of interesting excursions, routes, weekend tours are being developed in Kazakhstan to attract foreigners. Every year, more and more entrepreneurs are focusing on the development of tourism services. The authorities have developed a special concept of tourism development. The eastern part of the country is considered as a center for the development of ecotourism. Almaty and Almaty region are great for extreme mountain tourism. In addition, Astana and Almaty are considered great for business tourism. Western Kazakhstan may soon become a great cultural and beach recreation area. The southern part of the country preserves the entire history of the Kazakh people.
У меня вообще мечта, конечно, моя такая странная, может быть. Я не хочу, чтобы люди сравнивали, говорили, что о, там как в Швейцарии или как где-то еще.
I have a dream, maybe a strange one, but I don't want Kazakhstan to be compared and said, oh, it is as in Switzerland or somewhere else. I want them to see our beauties and say, oh, this is like Kazakhstan. We have amazing nature, immense land. I travel a lot and understand that very few have visited Kazakhstan. And I travel across Kazakhstan a lot, but I understand that it's not enough, because the country is big, very big. Unfortunately, not all the places have developed infrastructure, tour routes, but the authorities are set to develop tourism.
Вот на туризм начали возлагать какие-то надежды.
In 2013, Kazakhstan took the 88th place in the ranking of countries in the world in terms of tourism competitiveness. We have a huge tourism potential that needs to be promoted and developed further. This is all for today. It was a busy day. We visited one of the most unique and ancient reserves of the country, Aksu Zhabagly. But we need to move further. Ahead of us is a sea of emotions and impressions for a long memory. Follow our journey in social media through the hashtag Across the Kazakh Land. Share your photos, leave your comments, and get a chance to win valuable prizes. Thank you for being with us. See you soon.